Hey, what's going on, everybody? We are back. My name is Gerard. This is my little brother Alex. The missing guy is JR. And this is another episode of the GAJ Podcast. If you are reading the banner, you know what this past weekend has been. It was Mother's Day. So, happy belated Mother's Day to all you moms out there. We had a really nice video call with our mom, as well as Ashley and myself going down to see her mom over the weekend. That was kind of a fun, special occasion because not only was it Mother's Day weekend for her mom and her sister-in-law, her oldest nephew was also graduating high school. So, congratulations, Carter. You did it. Can't wait to see what you do next. That's all I got right now. Also, give me
a get into the real world and realize how much it sucks.
No, dude, I'm just saying, next time you see me drinking a Busch Light, maybe grab me one of them Coronas. I'm just kidding, bud. I'm just kidding. Anyway, yeah, happy belated Mother's Day to everybody. Man, it is a week. It is a week for Alex and myself. It is going to be a busy one. It has been a busy one because we are, well, I don't know, Alex isn't, but I am working a short work week because we are getting ready to go on vacation, which, by the way, quick announcement, we are not going to be recording next week. So we're taking a week off because your boy is heading to paradise. We're going down to Costa Rica, and everybody's going to watch me get married. So, yeah. We're finally doing it. We made it. We made it. We're actually recording on Thursday because I leave early tomorrow morning and still haven't finished packing. So, there you go.
Same here, except I'm leaving on Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah, but you got a couple of stops. You're doing the whole, like, going one place,
Chicago,
and then coming down to Costa Rica.
Well, Chicago, I'm going to be there for less than 24 hours.
Yeah, that's going to be a quick turnaround.
I'm flying into O'Hare. I think I told her sister I was flying into Midway. Like, oops.
Whoops. Is she picking you up?
No. No, because they're flying before. I think they're
flying out on Saturday. I forgot.
Chicago. Yeah, they're already flying out. So I might have to Uber.
They're doing the multi-stop thing too.
That's going to be a long Uber.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then,
well, I'm excited.
Back and going to Chicago for less than 24 hours. Maybe I'll stay. Actually, I forgot. I meant to check flights again. Maybe see if I could. Maybe I'll extend my stay in Chicago for another day on the way back.
When are you scheduled to go back home?
So fly from Costa Rica, Chicago on Thursday, and then back to Orange County on Friday night.
Oh yeah, it's a holiday weekend too.
I have Monday off. I verified today.
Yeah,
with work.
Yeah, so do we. So yeah, it's gonna be a.
I also do need a couple days. I do need a couple days to recover, kind of get back into my swing, and be like,
I feel you on that one.
Be home and cool off. Even it's gonna be not cool off. Get ready to cool off. It's probably gonna be hot as shit here. Summer started last weekend. It came in roaring.
Yeah. Yeah, it's starting to kick around here too. It's starting to get hot and humid. I like it though because it's been so back and forth. It's been kicking my butt. Anyway, guys, before we get too far into it, if you've been with us before, thank you for coming back. If you are joining us for the first time, we'd love it if you'd consider subscribing to the channel, leaving us a comment so we know you're there, maybe even hitting that notification bell so you know when our new episodes are coming out. We typically release about once a week, and we would like to encourage you to participate. Ideas in the comments or email or pictures you want to share, or we have a few segments we like to do that if you'd like to participate in those, we'd love to hear your ideas. Speaking of our segments, our first, our favorite, our ode to our mom, well, kind of, and our favorite pastime, eating.
And M&M.
And M&M. Yeah, let's do that. Mom's Spaghetti. It's all about the food, folks. And I did a horrible job of getting content on my food, but I did have some good stuff. Actually, Ashley made some really delicious quesadillas tonight. Some shredded chicken, a little guacamole, pepper jack cheese, and then topped with some sour cream and salsa. Yeah, very nice. Very, very nice. Also had some Southwest egg rolls at a restaurant called Caddyshack here in Kansas City. Those are quite good.
That is white as fuck, dude.
What?
Southwest egg rolls.
I know, but they're so good.
Like,
they're so
look,
good.
we're being diverse. Yeah.
Hey,
I'm going to be quite honest,
good.
though. They're pretty damn good at Chili's.
Oh, dude. Yeah. That's like that's the gold standard. Whoever knew the gold standard would be a chain
We're going to mix Mexican with Chinese. We're going to call ourselves a melting pot.
Hey, you know what? They can call it shit on a stick. If it's that good, I don't care. No, it was good. Man, yeah, that was tasty. It wasn't any Filipino food, but you know what is. Speaking of, did you get your Filipino meal of the week?
Nope, it's Thursday. So
shit, that's right.
I didn't really do anything. I got a Chipotle burrito for dinner. Today was a high calorie consumption day for me. I had a Chipotle burrito from Chipotle for dinner, but we had like my work team. We had a lunch outing, and we went and got Peruvian food. I wanted to get Thai food, but then I found out the Thai place isn't open till 3 p.m. So we had to pick another one. I picked Peruvian. And it's a restaurant that I've been to in probably close to 10 years, maybe over 10 years, actually. It's not a restaurant that location I haven't been to. I've been to that same chain in a different location in Southern Orange County. But I went to one that's closer to where I live here. It was pretty good. It was all right, actually. I feel like I remember it being better. But the meal I had, it's like a sauce-ass chicken, rice and French fries, and a little bit of vegetables. So it's pretty good. I mean, I could have gotten some that's a little more beefier, but I'm with people from work, and I'm gonna fall asleep if I.
Yeah. I hear you. I was about to say
I could have gotten a much heartier meal and not had to pay for it. But I was looking at it, and the guys I work with are like, "You sure you want that?" I'm like, "Yeah. If I get what you guys are getting, I'm just gonna fall asleep."
Right? Yeah. I think that's a wise way to go sometimes. Yeah, I think that's wise.
Chicken's always safe. I'll still be a little sleepy, but the digestion-wise, chicken compared to steak.
Yeah, for sure. 100%. 100%. Especially in the middle of the day. Well, I tell you what, there's been, since we're still in Mom's Spaghetti, some news came out about our new Pope Leo, hailing from Chicago. His favorite pizza, and I'll just put this up on the screen, is Aurelio's Pizza in Chicago. It's actually a Chicago thin crust style pizza.
For all you people that say Chicago is only thick crust, there's actually two types.
Yeah. And it's quite good.
I think they call it tavern style.
Or tavern style. Yeah, you're right. It's tavern style pizza. But it's kind of surprising because Aurelia's they hail from the south side. Our BIL is from the same area. Been to the Aurelia's that Pope Leo used to patronize. And his opinion is, quite frankly, it's just okay. So
his favorite pizza is just okay.
Yeah. Well, Paul said it's just okay, but Paul's been there. He said he's been there hundreds of times because he grew up.
Oh, okay, okay, he's from there. That's right.
Yeah.
I think our sister said it's too salty, maybe.
Yeah, she did. She's like, it's the saltiest pizza she's ever had.
I don't know if I'd be into that. Probably better than St. Louis style pizza, but
yeah. I actually did have some St. Louis style pizza last night. Also, it was okay. Yeah, I don't know. It's just okay. You know what helped it is that like I got like the meat lovers version.
Okay.
So
Overpowered the taste of ketchup and saltine crackers, ketchup.
Yeah. It was like I said, it was okay. It's still pizza. Most pizza I can eat, but I don't love.
You can't pig out on St. Louis pizza. When I had St. Louis pizza, we meant to not eat a lot of it because we heard it's bad, but we had to try it. But I was with work people, and we're at the hotel working at the bar, at the hotel bar, and we're like, okay, well, we're gonna do some work, and then we're gonna go get a little bit of pizza, and then we're gonna get some real food. It got so late, they're like, let's just order. Our whole meal is gonna be St. Louis pizza, and we're eating it because we're hungry, and after a while, we're just like, this is terrible.
Yeah, you're like, I'm good. I was gonna say I've picked out on it before, but that's because like it was during work, and I was like, they brought it in, and I was so hungry and didn't have time to go get lunch. I just started scarfing it, but it was more out of the fact that I was just so hungry, not because I love the pizza.
That's exactly what we did, and okay, so we were also drunk at that point, and I think we decided we were too drunk to keep working, and we regretted it. Let's say that we regretted picking out on it. The proper way would have been to get one like smaller, medium-sized St. Louis style pizza, and then get one regular pizza. It doesn't taste like Lunchables.
Yeah.
Put it in the microwave.
Yep. Well, after hearing Paul and Christina's opinion about Aurelio's, originally I was like, well, now I want to try it next time I'm in Chicago, but based on their opinion, I don't know that I necessarily want to. No offense to you, Pope Leo. Mad respect. But I don't have to agree with your opinion.
You know, my favorite pizza from Chicago, I don't even know where it was because I keep talking about it to our sister. She doesn't remember because it was, I'm going to say around 2013, 14, 15 when we were in Chicago.
Was it the place with the Skyline pizza?
No. It was she took us to a pizza place, and I remember going in there thinking, this looks like a freaking dive bar. It looks disgusting in here. And then they brought out the pizza, and I bit into it. And it was just like finding Jesus. What is this? Like, this is the best Chicago pizza I've ever had. And then I remember talking to her about it a few years later. I'm like, she doesn't remember where she took us.
Oh, man. It wasn't that place with the Skyline pizza, though, was it? I'm running
on state. It was Pequod's. I don't know if it was actually Pequod's. Because I've seen pictures of inside Pequod, and it doesn't look like the dive bar type. Because I remember looking around and being like, this place looks grimy.
Was it one that you could see a few different pizzas because they're serving it, they sell it by the slice?
I don't know if they sell it by the slice because I think we went towards the back. There may have been a pool table back there. That kind of adds to the dive bar feel.
Yeah, man, that sounds familiar.
I'm not certain.
That wasn't the place with the Skyline pizza then, but I can't. Yeah, I can't.
Skyline, like Skyline chili pizza?
Yeah.
No, it's not that. No.
Because I think you and I were both there at the same time when we had that too, right?
I never had Skyline pizza.
Oh.
I have no idea what that is.
Maybe you weren't there. I know I went there with someplace with Christina, and yeah, they had a Skyline chili pizza. It was. It was okay.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Well, anyway, Aurelio's. If you're in Chicago and you're interested in trying Pope Leo's favorite pizza, Aurelio's. They actually have quite a few locations around the Chicagoland area, primarily in the suburbs. Actually, they don't really have anything in Chicago proper. Well, at least not downtown. But yeah, check it out if you are interested. What do you think about? Was it Portillo's that they renamed their Italian beef sandwich? Excuse me, sorry about that.
The one they renamed to the Leo.
To the Leo, yeah.
Yeah, that's only temporary.
Yeah. I feel like there could have been a different sandwich that they they did that for, but
I was never really a big Portillo's person. I think it's because I don't like pickles or relish.
yeah, I respect Chicago style hot dog. I'm just not into it as much. I don't love it as much as other people.
I say you take away the relish and the pickles, I'm all in. Throw shit on there, dude.
I don't mind a little bit of relish.
I like relish.
I know, like, there's some places, like, they're usually off the beaten path. They're not as well known. They actually cram their fries on the hot dog, too.
Hell yeah, dude.
Gina Jude's, they do that. I like Gina Jude's. It's pretty good. I'm not a big mustard guy. Like, it's got to be light mustard at best.
I only like mustard on Skyline. Skyline cheese cones.
I don't like it on Skyline.
Otherwise, it's always like if I get a hot dog, it's like I need mustard, but I need double the ketchup as the mustard. I try to portion out that way.
Yeah. I think because, we moved to Ohio when we were pretty young, and from there, I mean, Skyline chili, baby. Chili cheese conies all the way. So, anyway, that is... Do I have anything else? I don't think I do. I think that's all I have for Mom's Spaghetti. Yeah, I think that is it. That is Mom's Spaghetti. We would love some contributions. Honestly, we usually have a contribution from our mom, but it is a little bit earlier in the week than we typically record, so I think she may have forgotten, not to mention we're all packing for our trip down south. So, yeah. But, yeah. Throw something in the comments. We'd love to see what you guys are eating and share it with our audience. Next segment is kind of my segment. It's all about the adventure. It's all about those, like, when you think like a little kid, it's kind of like the things you do and you say, hey, Dad, watch this. And I call it, hey, Dad, watch this. I'll be honest, I don't have a whole lot. Although, since Ashley took this week off, she got to come to a softball game last night, and I think for the first time ever, I hit a home run while somebody was actually there to watch me that wasn't actually just playing with me. So that was kind of cool. Hit a home run in front of my lady. So that was exciting.
Did you do a dance or anything? Kirk Gibson?
No. I was actually like sprinting around the bases because I knew I hit it hard, but I didn't think I had enough elevation on it. I thought it was going to bang off the fence. So I was already like running hard into second base, and I saw everybody like stop, and I look up, look back, and the umpire's doing this, signaling home run. So I was like, oh, look, I did it, guys. I hit a home run in front of my lady. So that was kind of cool. The other exciting thing that I have for Hey Dad Watch This is this was pretty interesting. So in the Kansas City area, so not in the National Forest or anything, a bear was spotted. And it was in two different places. In Kansas City. This is maybe 10 minutes south of me. So there were two spottings, and they don't know if it was the same bear or because they were reasonably far enough apart. One was out by my office, which is like a half hour southwest of downtown. This one is about maybe 10-15 minutes southeast of the city. So I mean, maybe it could be the same bear, but maybe not. So yeah, black bear spotted in Kansas City. That's not something you see every day. Yeah. All right.
That's a cub, dude.
It's still a bear, you know.
That's one of those like, well, if that's a cub, where's the mom?
Yeah, dude, dude.
Get the fuck inside, everyone.
If I ever see a cub bear, like, I'm doing I'm spinning in circles trying to figure out where Mama Bear is so I can make sure I'm not between her and the cub. Because that is not where I want to be.
It's kind of like when you see coyotes. Like when I saw a coyote here late at night, first thing I did is I looked around. Because one coyote, I could fuck up a coyote, dude. I'll beat the fuck out of a coyote.
But
two coyotes,
let's say, what if
I
it's
could
traveling
probably
in a pack?
take two coyotes. 3 coyotes, I'm taking some damage. I spent a lot of time thinking about this. 3 coyotes, I'm probably taking some damage, but I think I can take them. I think at 4 coyotes, I'm fucked. I think 4 coyotes would probably fuck me up. So I see a coyote. First thing I do is I keep looking around.
I had that feeling once. Like the first time I went, like dispersed camping in the national forest by myself. I kept it pretty simple. I just got like a couple cans of like Chef Boyardee and heated it up and ate it because it was my first time camping by myself, so I didn't want to go too crazy. But I'm just kind of chilling, like sitting by the fire, just listening to sounds of the forest, and all of a sudden I heard like a rumble, like scuffling around in the grass, like underneath the tree line, and I'm like, it's probably. My first thought was bear, but it wasn't. I don't know if the right word is clumsy enough. It wasn't thumpy enough to be a bear, so I thought it was probably just like a deer in the trees and the grass. Well, it kind of kept going on, off and on for a few minutes, and then all of a sudden it started to get faster and closer. And then all of a sudden it got really fast and really close, and then the sound changed. Like, it was still like fast and close, but it was just a different sound. I had so many thoughts going through my head. First was like, bear, didn't think so. Then I thought it was a deer. Then I'm like, oh crap. Don't be a cat. Because there are like, I don't know if they're mountain lions, but there are like wild cats in the national forest here in Missouri, in southern Missouri. And then to your point, the last thought I had was, don't be a dog, don't be a wolf or anything like that, because like you were alluding to, if it's in a pack, that could be bad news. So
you're fucked.
Yeah, when I thought cat, I'm looking for glowing eyes, right? I've got my flashlight on, I've got my knife, I don't have a gun, so I was immediately regretting that. And then when I thought dog, I started spinning around. You've never seen me spin so fast with a flashlight in my life. And then when it came out, like the sound changed to where it came out of the grass. I'm panning around like, what the hell was that? I finally like pan down to the ground. It's a little armadillo scurrying across the trail. And I was just like, oh my God. My heart was racing so fast. Like that was way more excitement than I needed on my first night camping like that by myself. I didn't pack it in and leave, but when I camp by myself, I actually just sleep in the back of my truck. I packed it, I kind of cleaned everything up, got in my truck. It was like 7:30. I was like, well, I'm going to sit in here, opened up my tablet, started reading, and I'm like, I'm good. I'm good here for the rest of the night. That was way too exciting for me.
One of the weirdest things I saw as a kid living in Ohio, not something I'd expect to come across, but I can't pinpoint how old I was or what grade I was. I'm gonna say I'm just gonna ballpark 2nd grade.
Uh-huh.
I remember being at recess, sitting outside on the playground somewhere, and looked on the ground. Something was crawling towards me, and had claws and a tail. I'm like, that's a fucking scorpion.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, I was like, going, hey, it's scorpion. I'm like, I'm gonna walk away from that.
That had to have like escaped from somebody's
That's someone's pet
aquarium or something. Yeah.
I've never seen a scorpion when I was in elementary school, like young elementary school, going, it's a scorpion. I didn't know we had that in this part of the country.
Strange, dude. Strange.
And as the years went by, I realized we don't have scorpions in Ohio.
Yeah, a little too wet and humid.
Probably good that I just decided to walk away from that.
Yep. Yep, that could have been bad news. Could have been bad news. Anyway, that was Hey Dad, Watch This. Our next segment is a little ode to Alex's
person. Skip my part because I don't do anything ever.
Oh, no, you were talking. Yeah, I did skip you. Go ahead, dude. Go ahead.
I think I mentioned earlier that summertime started, and maybe it'll fade away again. But man, I spent some time on the beach, and it felt so damn good.
Yeah.
I just laid there and absorbed in some rays.
Just chilling, baby. Just chilling. I like it.
There are a couple pools in my apartment complex, although the big one's being renovated. So it's been being renovated for a couple months now. So I'm like, is it going to be ready for summer? It doesn't look like it. So the smaller pool, which is another section of the apartment complex, it just gets filled up. So I'm like, I'm just gonna get some steps in and walk down to the beach. So I did that on Saturday and Sunday, and you do remember that it is when you lay on the beach, you do have the like unevenness of the sand. Unless you I do spend some time like using my foot to smooth it out, but you never. Yeah, it's not gonna be perfect.
Do you lay a towel down, or you just lay down on the sand?
I lay a towel down.
Oh, okay, I don't know.
I totally forgot how fucking hot the sand is, so I got my sandals, stepped in the sand. I was like, all right. And I was like, holy shit, it's hot. So I started like beelining it for the water. So I got over to the water. I got my feet and lower legs into the ocean, and then once I cooled off, I went back, found a spot, and just chilled and got a little brown.
Man,
brown time. Feels good to get a little brown layer on me. I'm so pale.
I'm looking forward. I tell you what, Ashley's looking forward to getting some sun this weekend. I texted you earlier that I was still packing, so we had to start a little bit later. I actually have a decent amount of room in my carry-on bag. I mean, in my check bag. And I haven't even packed my carry-on bag yet. That's probably just going to be my tech, to be honest. I did, just in case my check-in bag gets lost, I put my swim shorts and a tank top and my Hey Dudes in my carry-on bag so that when we get to the resort, I can throw those on and go to either the pool or down to the beach and just chill out for a while until my check bag shows up. Today I just figured out that my suit can fit into my carry-on. Oh, really? Did you take out the hangers and all that?
No. I'll keep the hangers on.
Oh, really?
And I got
I didn't even try to do it.
I got a garment bag. Actually, I got 2 garment bags off of Amazon. I'm going to return one.
Oh, okay.
One of the garment bags is actually like a full-on luggage. And I was like, you know what? I'll get both, and I'll decide which one I want to use. I'm getting like one that's not like a full luggage thing. So I can just put it in my carry-on luggage.
Yeah.
Along with the shoes and probably a little bit.
Or just return both.
Possibly. That might work. It wasn't too expensive, so I was like, all right. And I did go to Men's Warehouse, and I was like,
they didn't give you the damn travel bag?
I called first, the place where I got it from.
Yeah.
I said, hey, I bought a tailored suit there a couple weeks ago. All the people at the wedding party got a garment bag. Can I pick one up too? He says, hey, we don't carry that here. And I said, well, if I go to another Men's Warehouse, will they give you one? They're like, yeah, you can probably go to another one. So I called them.
They don't give a shit.
I called one that's further away.
Yeah.
And they're like, come on over. We'll give you a garment bag. I'm like, do I have to bring anything? Do I bring the suit? Do I have to bring a receipt? They're like, no, don't worry about that. So I drive to the further Men's Warehouse. I get there. I talk to the guy. I said, hey, I called. I said, I need a garment bag. I called earlier and said, just give me one. The guy's like, no, we don't do that. We're not going to give you a free garment bag. I bought a suit. Like, no, we'll give you one.
You didn't just buy a suit. You bought a custom tailored suit.
Yeah.
It wasn't just a suit off the rack, but bro.
Yeah, that guy's a dummy. But I was like, all right, let me see the one of you guys. He's like, we'll sell you one for $3. I'm like, all right, whatever. $3 is $3. Yeah. There's one for $3 and one for 40. The 41 is going to be more beefier. Like the one that's $3, and I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm just gonna take those $3 and put it towards the better one from Amazon.
Yeah.
Can't believe I fucking drove all the way out here for your bullshit.
That's kind of annoying because basically what we did was we won't get out much. We spent a lot of money. I mean, that's everybody got custom tailored suits, shirts. Oh, that's annoying to me that they were like that.
Yeah, I thought about calling again and like see if I could talk to the same guy and be like, hey, put it on hold, put my name on it. But I'm like, dude, I'm gonna drive all that way for $3. Fuck that.
Yeah.
At some point, that's not just worth my time.
I would say that's half a tank of gas in California.
So I might do it again when I get back if I'm gonna be in that area. I'll just say, hey, put my name on it. Say, and I'll make up some sort of like, hey, I'm traveling again for this suit.
With the suit, yeah.
With the suit, yeah.
With this custom tailored suit that I bought from you guys.
Or I mean, bullshit even more and say, I bought this suit for this occasion I'm going to. I'll just kind of like fudge the dates.
Well, I mean, altogether, we bought 5 of them.
Shit ain't cheap.
No.
Give me a free fucking $3 bag.
Jesus. That's ridiculous.
It's one of those things where just, you gotta catch the right person at the right time.
Yeah.
And when I called the right person, I gotta drive out there. So by the time I get there, that guy's not with
gone. Yeah.
And some other douchebag. Like, you're not getting anything free. I'm like, dude, I bought a tailored suit.
Yeah.
Eventually, I was like, you know what? I'm tired. I don't want to deal with your bullshit.
Like
I'm
not asking for something for free. I'm asking for what you should have given me with the custom tailored suit that I paid for.
Yeah.
Anyway, those nerds.
My garment bag off Amazon's better, and it was $10.
Oh, I guarantee what you got was better, but I mean,
I'll keep it though, because I think I need to start keeping some of my clothes clean. The ones, my nicer clothes that I don't wear.
Yeah.
More than once every 5 years. Or even my leather jacket. I put my leather jacket. No. Actually, my suit's gonna stay in there when it's in my closet because I don't want it to get dusty.
Right.
I think maybe a couple more, just like because I have some jackets in there, or some coat that they're just collecting dust. But when I need them, I need them.
Yeah. Well, sorry you didn't get a bag, but
not yet.
I think we're gonna look good in our suits, baby. It's gonna look good. I'm excited. And we get to wear sneakers with them, so, I think it'll look cool.
I just bought socks for the sneakers off Amazon, and then I realized
I got some no-show socks, so
good because I'm returning
I
the
got
ones
you. I got you some
the no-show socks. They show a lot.
Yeah. No, I got the ones that like tuck under. I got the ones that tuck all the way underneath the shoe line, so that it looks like you're barefoot.
Yeah, the ones I thought were no show, they're very show.
No worries, I got you covered, dude. Got you covered. Anyway, guys, that was kind of Hey Dad, Watch This. We are going on to an ode to Alex's personal project. If you haven't checked his personal channel out on YouTube yet, you should. And it goes by the name I Play Nerd. This is all about the toys or geeky stuff that we all like to collect or get and brag about. And I'll be honest, I don't have anything new, so I'm just going to show you the toy I would love to get. And it's the new LeBron James action figure. That's, in case you don't get it, it's baby Bron flopping like a little baby on the court. Pretty funny. I like it. I want it. Also, little pro tip. If you're traveling, wipes, baby, travel size, fit in your pocket.
Are those for the hands or for the butt?
These are for the booty.
I went to Target and that was on my list to get travel size. I went, you know what? Fuck that, dude. I'm getting the full size.
Oh, I got a full size one too. That one's in my checking bag. This is going in my backpack so I can put them use them in the plane.
Oh, probably
not the plane, but the airport.
In my, I think last time I traveled on a plane, I just used full size. I was like, you know what? Just put the full thing in there, dude. You don't know if that's enough. You know, travel size might not be enough. Who knows what's going to happen?
That is true. But I'm going to be there for 10 days, so full size for the resort. Need a full one. This one's just for the plane rides and the airport layovers.
Fun fact: I do keep one of those in my car, just because.
Me too.
You go somewhere, you have to poop.
Me too. I spend a lot of time in the car, so these are gold, and I like them because I like the travel size ones. They cost almost as much as the full size ones, but the travel size packs you can stick in your back pocket and walk in the restroom. Nobody's the wiser.
Very true.
You know,
if you have a hoodie, if it's cold enough and you have a hoodie, or you just want to just put on a hoodie,
yeah,
you can put it in there too.
If I'm going to like a coffee shop, like, you know, I used to do this at Starbucks. I would just bring my backpack all the way into the bathroom and have my wipes.
When I was working all the way up in Santa Monica, and I was so I used to drive to this train station, take the commuter train from Orange County into downtown LA, then take the subway from downtown LA to Santa Monica, and then take my scooter from the train station to work. I was like fucking primordial there. Part of my routine was I get there early, and it's kind of weird because when I was working for that company in Santa Monica, our start time was 10 a.m. So I had a lot of time. Even though it took me like freaking 3 hours, 2.5, 3 hours to get to work.
Oh, geez.
Part of my routine was to go to Starbucks as long as I get there early enough and just chill, have a iced tea, and poop.
Yeah.
And I always carry the travel size with me.
Good stuff.
They knew me already. Like, he has an grabs an iced tea, looks on his phone for a little bit, goes to the bathroom, and leaves. That's what he does.
That's awesome.
They knew exactly what I wanted to. As I walked, they're like, "All right, you want a iced green tea?" I'm like, yeah, okay.
Yes, I do. You're talking
about, hey, we're gonna make some renovations here. We're gonna get some more plugs in so people can charge their phones. And I'm like, that's great, dude. What's the code to your bathroom? they change it I don't know how often, at least every week. And at some point, I was able to I see where they wrote it down, so I'd be like, peeking over, past the pastries, 3112. Okay.
That's funny. That is good stuff. Did you put any new videos out? I haven't checked in the last week.
Videos, I kind of been, I won't say taking a break from, just kind of slowing down. I have a lot to film. I wanted to build up another like large queue of videos, but sometimes you just need to chill out. And I saw the weather was so good, I decided to go out to the beach.
Oh, that's cool, dude.
2 days straight. But
I don't think there's anything wrong with that, man. Especially when you're not making a huge income out of it.
Freshly purchased today. A different type of property that I have not bought for in a long time. I'd say the last time I bought anything for this property, I don't know, it's been 20 some years. And out of all places, I got it from Five Below. I was actually at Five Below just a few hours ago. I was like, I'll go there, see what type of stuff they have. Because it's right next to Chipotle. I went in, I was like, oh my God, they have this. And I was like, I knew they had that type of product there from this property, but I was like, I'm not gonna get it unless I know I can get the full set. And they had the full set. They must have just opened it. So I went in there, I grabbed all of them. It's Five Below, so it's cheap as shit.
We're not talking about, sometimes it's cool.
We're not talking about huge, elaborate action figures. So I got them, walked to my car, then walked to Chipotle.
Nice. What was it?
That's where. So how am I gonna reveal what I got? Okay, we could play a game where you can say, kind of guess what I got. but that's not as fun. So I decided that I am going to just sing to you guys what I got. And I'm not a singer. This is gonna be very horrible.
You're gonna sing. All right.
I'm gonna sing it. This is gonna be a bad listening experience for our audio listener.
Let me pause this. Let me pause the music while we're doing this.
Yeah. Once again, this is gonna be a very horrible experience. Very horrible listening experience.
Do you have any music to play for the background?
Nope. I'm gonna make the sounds with my noise.
Going acapella, baby. I like it. Let's do it.
Sounds with my mouth. That's all I'm gonna do. Let me warm up here. Clear my throat. Sorry, I got rum stuck in my throat. All right. Here you go. I'm going down to South Park, gonna have myself a time. Friendly faces everywhere. How about institution? Going down to South Park, gonna leave my woes behind. Apple pocket day and night. People starting heading in. Heading out the South Park, gonna see if I can't unwind. Other girls are doing. So come on down to South Park and meet some friends of mine.
Nice. You went the whole South Park crew.
Out of
Five Below, baby.
Five Below.
They're about to sell
It's
out.
one of those days where like I knew I wanted it because I saw it and I went, holy shit. It's like that whole like
mine.
It's a dopamine emotional surge where I knew they carried it because I saw them. And I don't go to Five Below much, once a month maybe. And I saw that they had like a.
Keep talking. I'll be right back.
All right, they had a few of them. They had Stanley, Kenny, and Kyle. Kyle's mom's a bitch. They didn't have Cartman, so I was like, I'm not gonna get Cartman's. You gotta get at least the four guys, the four kids, four main kids at least. So I definitely got the four main kids. But the set does include one more. It does include Butters. I was like, I thought first, I'm not going to get Butters. Let me see if I can get a picture of him. There's Butters, Professor Chaos himself. So I was like, I just want the four kids, the four main kids, but, you know, there's Butters. So I had to get Butters also. Because Butters, quite possibly, he's my favorite of the non-main kids. Given I'm not like, I spent a lot of time, many years not watching South Park. South Park is kind of like The Simpsons for me. Simpsons and Family Guy were like, I watched a lot of it in the 90s, maybe early 2000s, and then I stopped. Simpsons, I don't watch anymore. Family Guy, I really don't watch anymore either. But the thing about South Park is that I'm going back into it because during the pandemic, I kind of realized how they really keep up with modern events.
They really do, yeah.
Throttled out. So their new season is going to be in July, where they're going to start tackling some of the stuff that's been happening. But dude, it's going to be in July, but the stuff that they're tackling happened in January, February. So I may fall off again. I'll probably try to watch it. It also depends on how I can watch it. I don't.
Sure.
I don't subscribe to cable or even YouTube TV. So I have to find a way to watch it. Now, it was during the pandemic on Paramount Plus, they'd have specials where it's like something big would happen, COVID, vaccines, whatever would happen. And they're really special that's not even restricted by a 30-minute episode or a 22-minute episode. They just made it run for however long they could creatively let it go for, which was awesome. The specials were amazing. So I don't know if it's going to be as good as that, or it's going to kind of be like, well, I fell off of it for a reason.
Yeah,
but
I never watched South Park on a regular basis.
Very like into. I won't say my childhood, like you get with Masters of the Universe or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or Batman. It's more of like when you're in high school. When was that middle school? No, I was in high school.
No, I was saying you had to. I even thought we were all in college already when.
No. It was high school. It was definitely high school.
South Park was in high school, yeah.
I remember both me and Tony wore South Park T-shirts one day.
Oh, really? I remember Dennis being into it.
Cool together. Like, yeah, look at us. We're rebels, dude.
I never watched South Park on a regular basis,
Well,
but
we
I would
also
watch
didn't
it in like
have cable
spurts
TV
because
when we were kids.
yeah, that's true.
I didn't get to officially consistently watch South Park until I was in college. That's when I had cable.
You somehow found a way to like follow The Simpsons for a
Well,
pretty long
Simpsons was
time.
on Fox,
Oh,
and that started when
I
I
guess yeah,
was
that does make sense.
in. That started when I was in elementary school.
I was
It's
saying
kind of funny
Simpsons
because
was
I was having
around a long time ago.
I have a group text with some buddies from not high school, from college, and we're all big Simpsons fans. And my buddy sent a message saying, "Do you realize that we're all older than Homer Simpson? Because Homer Simpson's 39 years old." And I replied back, "Did you realize that when the Simpsons started, we were younger than Bart?" It started in 1989. Well, the Simpsons solo show outside it was like a kind of running gag on the Tracy Ullman show. Started in 1989 when Bart was in fifth grade. No, fourth or fifth grade. He's 10 years old. And I think so. 1989, I was 8 years old, 7 or 8 years old. So I was younger than Bart Simpson. Now I'm older than Homer Simpson.
That's
some perspective.
Man, that is some perspective right there. So some perspective right there.
Like I said though, I don't watch The Simpsons anymore. It hasn't been good since I was in college.
For a minute.
20-some years.
Yeah, you were definitely more into The Simpsons than I was. I liked
The Simpsons kind of transcends
yeah
genre. Because I remember when I was in college and I was living in the dorms and some guy was like, "What's up with all you guys watching cartoons?" Because people watch cartoons. You realize that you're around so many people that they watch different types of cartoons, whether it be anime or Batman and Superman or whatever. And I said, "Well, what? The Simpsons are just awesome." And the guy goes, "Whoa, whoa, whoa. That doesn't count." The Simpsons doesn't count as a cartoon. I'm talking about like whatever Dragon Ball Z or whatever. I don't watch that shit, but I did watch, the Batman Adventures and Superman and whatever, those kind of more mid 90s, late 90s that they rerun when I was in college.
Yeah.
That's my pickup that I actually opened these up before I filmed any footage of it for my channel. But I could kind of reverse it. I could put it back in its packaging and start filming it and then take it out of the packaging again.
There you go.
I just really wanted to have
YouTube hacks.
I wanted to have this by my desk when I work from home tomorrow.
I think those are called YouTube hacks.
Yeah, I might even say in the video, like, you can tell that the tape is ripped. That's because I opened it a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, like I said, I never watch it on a regular basis, but I would watch it in spurts, and it was always pretty funny. And yeah, for me, the interest definitely grew again over like COVID because they're hitting all those like, current events. I was like, oh man, that was awesome.
I saw their Ozempic episode. I think I mentioned this on a previous episode, but I saw their Ozempic episode, and it just wasn't as good. Maybe because I saw a lot of the gags, through Twitter or YouTube before I watched the actual episode. That may have something to do with it.
So it was almost like a spoiler.
Yeah, or maybe it just wasn't as fun as during the COVID times. But these are not action figures. These are inaction figures because they're just vinyl figures. They don't move or anything like that, which I think is perfect. I'm like, it totally fits South Park. That's why I want. Yeah. I was like, dude, I don't need their arms to move because they move like
they don't even move in the show. Even though, like when they walk around, they're just like, they don't even their legs don't hardly even move.
If they add in the show, if they add a whole lot of movement,
it'll ruin it. Yeah,
you see a little bit of movement.
Those are the creators of that were the guys that made what was that movie? Basketball.
Yep, they made Basketball.
I still want to see the musical they did called
the
Book of Mormon.
Book of Mormon. Yeah.
I still want to see that.
I think her sister saw it.
I think she did. I think she liked it too. Man, that's a good one. I like those.
These are
I like toys
perfect.
like that because it's like, I don't know much about action figures. I just like standing them up and leave them there, and if they get knocked over, I don't want to have to worry about it breaking or anything.
Cartman's not getting knocked over very easy. He's a fucking fat bitch, dude. He's wide, but they're like super like light and shit. They're from Five Below, so I was like, all right, it's not gonna. I got the whole set, and it's not gonna break the bank.
I tell you what, for me, like, whenever I do get like toys, usually my favorite ones are from places like Five Below or like Dollar General.
They have a good selection if you just like
Dollar Tree.
You know, if you just like in action figures, they have a good selection because they'll have Simpsons, they'll have Disney stuff, they'll have Marvel, they have DC, they'll have South Park.
Super Mario Brothers. They carry a lot of those. They're kind of the miniature size. Oh, what the hell are they called? Poppets or something. I got you like the Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen one for Christmas one year.
Oh, Pops.
Pops, that's it.
Funko Pops, yeah. The Funko Pops are huge.
Funko Pops, that's it.
In LA, there's a huge Funko Pops museum.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Because here, like when I go to Five Below, they always have some sort of Funko Pops. They're like smaller ones. But
yeah, Funko Pops, they kind of make stuff for different budgets. You'll find like huge ass Funko Pops. I almost got one time. I was like, where the fuck am I going to put that?
Right. I actually have I think I won it somewhere. I have a Patrick Mahomes Funko Pop.
I have some, like, I know I have Aladdin, I have Baby Yoda and Mandalorian, but I decided to cut that off because I didn't want to. Once people start buying Funko Pops, they don't stop.
I say it becomes kind of an obsession, like Beanie Babies.
Yeah, and they just they have like a wall full of it. And I remember seeing like I remember thinking like if I could get, there was a Pitch Perfect one, Anna Kendrick from Pitch Perfect, and I was like, if I could get that one, I'll be happy. But that's gonna branch off into some other bad habits with Funko Pops. But I didn't get it, and I tried to look for it again, and the price went way up, like super sky high. And I was like, all right, we're done. I'm gonna keep it to sports, and that's it. I mean, given I still have the Mandalorian and Baby Yoda and Aladdin, and I think
I was saying, what about like you don't do like the X-Men or the Marvel superheroes?
I don't want. I just don't want to. I don't want to get into that.
Just too much of a slippery slope, huh?
Yeah. You're like, oh, it's only $10, and all of a sudden, you spend like $1,000 on.
That's fair. You know,
the thing about
I think it's good to know by yourself, though.
Yeah, the thing about Funko Pops is that part of the collecting is to also keep the box and keep it in the box and take it out of the box and put it back in the box. I'm like, dude, that's going to take up so much room.
Yeah, I think that sounds wise. Yeah, I feel like, I've been there before. You try something new that's probably not for me. It's been things that aren't good for me. And I liked it way too much and realized I can't do that again, or I can't get into that because that's gonna be troublesome. But anyway,
one thing I do like about these South Park figures is that I have all of them now. It's like
that's cool. You got them all in one shot. You're done. Yeah, that's cool. I like that.
Maybe they'll make other characters. Who knows? They do. They're cheap.
Yeah,
super cheap. Way cheaper. It's not like with
But if you get into like the Marvel stuff, like they're gonna keep releasing different ones, and
luckily though, I'm kind of like stuck on when it comes to Marvel. I do have like some comic book ones and some movie ones, but I try to stick mainly to 90s X-Men, 90s, 80s, 60s, 70s X-Men. So it kind of I try to hover around there. Outside of Cyclops, I like to get different versions of him.
Well, he was like your favorite growing up, wasn't he?
Yeah, the thing is though, when it's something like X-Men with something like DC Comics superheroes, it's hard to find an endpoint. And then some comes up like inflation and tariffs that drive up the cost. You're like, God damn it, dude! This is getting really expensive. And you starting to like, I want that, But dude, that's $10 more than I should be paying for it. $10 more than it's worth it. So there's a lot. It gets kind of frustrating. Like, 5 years ago, this was fun because I was paying $20 tops. Now that same figure before tariffs are hitting us. Now that figure is $30, and it comes with less, and then it's a less. They put less paint applications, so it's less quality. Once the tariffs hit, it's now like double the price that you were paying before, or maybe more than double the price. Like now, you start thinking like, well, where's a good end place? Where's a good stopping point?
Yeah, everything's going up. I'm even having trouble, like, I have customers ask me, how good is this quote for? I can't tell. Like, it's good for 30 days, and they're like, can we get it longer? Like, I can't, because my suppliers, my vendors, my manufacturers, they can't guarantee me pricing either, because, things are about to go up.
And what
nobody can just eat that cost.
I listen to a lot of YouTube channels and podcasts that talk about toys, obviously, and they talk about how some stores are they're itemizing that tariff surcharge, which I think is a fantastic idea to do. Even though when Amazon tried to do it, the White House kind of shat on them.
Yeah,
Amazon rescinded it. The one thing when it comes to price increases is that when prices go up, they don't come down.
Yeah. Well, that's why I think it'd be cool if they itemize it, because
they stay up there no matter what happens. So
if they itemize, at least you can see it.
Yeah, if you see that itemized tariff surcharge, you're looking to be like, hey, if tariffs go down or get removed, that price, that surcharge is going to be gone, right?
Yeah.
And that price for that, that retail price, that's not going to change. Or maybe it might go up just a little bit, because that's just normal. It's not going to be like, hey, this is a $100 figure, and then the tariff surcharge is $30. That's actually realistic. They're talking about that on the show I was watching yesterday.
That'd be cool, because that would imply like, hey, if the tariffs go down, the prices go down.
Price is back to 100. Push it.
That would be awesome.
Or maybe just natural increases will take it to like $102, whatever. But that extra $30, that's going to be gone. Given where we're projected to go, it's tariffs are not going to go down that much. They're going to go down. They're not going to go away. At least back to normal levels.
Man, you know what else that's about to start affecting is the entertainment industry, which is going to lead us into our next segment. Probably our last segment for the night, because the timer has rang.
Yeah, and we're filming this a lot later. And I got to work tomorrow. And I haven't showered yet. I'm stinky.
So, we're going to try and keep this kind of short and sweet, but I don't like to skip it, because I think it's our favorite moving forward. It's called What You Watching. And the thing I'm going to lead off with is the Avengers new logo. Did you see this?
Is that like a Pride Month thing?
That's what I thought too. No, it's their new logo for the Thunderbolts.
My lights just turned off because it's past my bedtime.
So yeah, they released a new logo. I think it looks a little Pride Monthy, which I don't care. Whatever. But I don't really want to spend a whole lot of time on that. My question to you is, what are you downloading to watch on the trip to and from Costa Rica? And I'm going to start, because it looks like you had to run away somewhere. I just downloaded... So I've downloaded it off on 2 different platforms so far. Netflix, I downloaded Senna, which is a race car driver. True movie about I think it's actually a series about a race car driver. Kind of true story stuff. And I also downloaded... It just got released. I think it's called American Manhunt. The Hunt for Osama bin Laden. So I got those off of Netflix. I'm gonna watch those on the way down, and then it's on Prime Video. I downloaded. It's actually a movie I've seen before, but it's a good one. I enjoyed it quite a bit, and I've only seen it once, so I'm gonna watch it again. Beekeeper. It's with Jason Statham. I don't know if you've seen it yet. It's pretty awesome. What's that?
I have not.
Oh, yeah. I like it. I like Jason Statham, so I remember I like that movie, so I'm going to watch it again. And to be honest, I'm probably going to sleep most of the time because we're leaving for the airport in about 3 hours.
So, what are you watching on? Do you watch it on a laptop, tablet, phone?
Tablet. It's going to be on my tablet, yeah.
So when you went
tablet
down
and some Bluetooth
year,
headphones.
Did your flight down there? Did they have monitors? Or you could you have a selection to watch through movies, TV shows.
Actually, I think they did. So I think one leg, I watched stuff on my phone. No, they didn't. But they had. I think we flew American last year, and they didn't. You could pay for Wi-Fi, or you could just go on one single website where you could just do the onboard entertainment through an app.
What did you fly? Which airlines did you use last time?
American.
I'm flying
this year we're flying down on Southwest, and we're flying home on American. So we'll go through Houston on the way down, and then we'll come home through Dallas.
Usually when I'm on a flight, I try to just pick between what they offer, and if they don't offer anything, I try to download some podcasts. My main thing is I want to try to fall asleep.
Yeah.
Because when I fly out of Orange County, a lot of times I pick a flight that's at 6 a.m., 7 a.m.
Oh, yeah.
Flight will have to be there really early, which means I'm very sleep deprived. And just the way that planes are with the less oxygen, I just naturally just fall asleep.
Yep. I do that. I'll get on Spotify and get a playlist or a podcast and just play it and just fall asleep.
Yeah, it's typically what I do. So I try to download some podcasts. Stuff where it's I'm not trying to get too much into, but I'm moderately interested in, so it keeps my mind going until I just fade away.
Yeah, that's probably that's kind of what I plan on doing. That's kind of why I'm up late tonight. I'm just gonna finish packing and probably just mess around until it's time to leave. Get up there, get checked in, sleep at the gate, get on the plane, sleep there, and then be ready to go when we get to the resort. So, anyway, anything else? What you watching? Are you down? Have you downloaded anything yet, or are you just gonna do the onboard stuff?
I'll do onboard stuff, but as far as what I'm watching, I always keep it to 3 sections: TV shows, movies, YouTube. Movies, I haven't watched anything. Although, kind of TV shows will kind of go into that. But TV shows, definitely The Last of Us. And then the show that I've been furiously promoting is Andor, the Star Wars show.
Ooh.
Which just wrapped up. Finale.
What's that on?
Oh no. I was thinking something else. Disney Plus. I was gonna go into there was HBO Max. Then it became Max, and now it's coming back as HBO Max.
Is it really?
But that's not what Andor's on. That's what Last of Us is on. Andor's on Disney Plus. Andor feels like it's on HBO Max because it's just that type of show. It's adult Star Wars.
Do you have to have watched anything previous to Andor to enjoy it?
Andor season 1. So there's 2 seasons: Andor season 1, Andor season 2.
Oh, okay.
And then Andor
check that out.
Andor season 2 ends as Rogue One begins. Stars Rogue One, the movie from, it's been 9 years already.
Oh.
So I actually started watching after after Andor ended, I started watching Rogue One, but I had to turn it off because I started packing. I was like, I need to sit down and watch it. I can't just have it playing in the background because I'm so into Andor that I have to watch Rogue One like it's my first time watching.
Oh.
And then Rogue One goes into Star Wars: A New Hope, Star Wars Episode 4, the first one from 1977. But to kind of give you like an idea of what level Andor is on, I have a buddy who's kind of nerdy too. He's into nerdy shit. I met him out here. He's actually a good friend of a good friend. That's how I met him. And we just have similar interests. But he moved up to he moved up to Idaho, and he hates Disney. Absolutely hates Disney. It might be a little politically driven to be kind of obvious. So we always talk about like he loves DC, he loves Man of Steel and Batman vs Superman and Zack Snyder's Justice League like I do. So we always talk about that.
Okay.
But he hates Marvel, or at least the more recent Marvel stuff. He hates the more recent Star Wars stuff. He loves original Star Wars stuff, but the Disney stuff he absolutely hates. So like whenever I text him anything about Marvel or Star Wars, he doesn't respond because I know he hates it. So I remember I texted him a couple weeks ago about God, Daredevil was so great. He didn't respond, and then I was funny. After I watched Andor, I was like, fuck, I was gonna text him about Andor, and he's not gonna respond. So I texted him like, dude, this is great. I said, this is on the level of Game of Thrones, Walking Down No Dad's Peak, whatever, Last of Us. Yeah. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna get a response. Also, I get this like novel texting back to me. He goes, holy shit, this is like fucking Breaking Bad. This is some of the best shit we've ever had.
I'm gonna have to check that out. I might download that when we get to the airport before we get on the plane.
That's 2 seasons you gotta watch.
Well,
and that's
got plenty of time.
One of those shows that like, dude, are they gonna stick the landing? They did not just stick the landing. They fucking killed the landing. It is just, I seriously say it is peak level Walking Dead. It is on the same level as Game of Thrones.
Okay.
If you can get into it. Because it is, once again, it is stars, but it's not like, and my buddy's like novel that he texts me, it kind of goes into like, it's not cute. It's not like Baby Yoda. It's not like, hey, there's Luke Skywalker, her Jedis with lightsabers. It's like non-nerd shit, but it's in a nerdy environment.
That's interesting because I feel like Disney did that to a few things.
It's
a little cutesy with some of the shit. Especially
that's like kind of what people expect from Star Wars, but it's cool. They could change the genre where you saw that. You talked about the TV show Skeleton Crew, Star Wars Skeleton Crew, where that's like an Amblin movie from the 80s. It's like Star Wars. It's like E18 or Stand By Me or Goonies. It's that type of show. So they're kind of doing different genres within Star Wars where you go, the movies they always call it a space opera. You go to Skeleton Crew, which is like an Amblin movie, E.T., which is like E.T. Goonies, Stand By Me. Okay. It's that type of movie. Like, it's like, hey, when we were kids, this is the type of shit we watched. Andor is like a political drama leading up to a war. So it's dialogue heavy. You find out, you see, you talk about, you watch the movies, you see the Empire, you're like, oh, they're the bad guys.
I think that might actually be something I don't want to watch on the plane.
What makes them bad? You're like, no, these guys are fucking Nazis. These guys are fucking terrible.
Man, that sounds like it's something I want to watch, but not when I'm trying to fall asleep.
I agree. You're not gonna watch when you're falling asleep. And then you kind of see the rebellion, the good guys. You're like, dude, to get a rebellion going, are these really good guys? Some of the guys don't seem too great. They do some shit. You're like, they ain't so great. They're not so good guys. So it's kind of like you see like these different teetering different lines between good and bad and stuff that has to be done. And the drama that plays out is just, it's peak writing, peak execute, peak storytelling.
All right. Well,
like my last 2 weeks, because I told you they release 3 episodes a week. And the last 2 weeks, I had to stay up late because I had to watch it because it was just that good.
Might have to add it to my watch list.
I wanted to flow in the. I wanted to watch Rogue One right after that because it naturally progresses, and you just see different levels of different levels of how do you put it? Who's a peon? There's Emperor, there's Darth Vader, there's some under him, there's some under him, there's some under him, there's some under him. And all those guys are fucking terrible in their own way. And you see what happens to them. You're like, hold on. Well, this chick was almighty powerful, but then there's someone above her. And then there's someone above him. And then there's Darth Vader. You're like, holy shit, these guys. Whew.
Man, all right. I'm going to add that to the list. It is. But it sounds like it's not something I should be watching on the plane when I'm trying to fall asleep.
No, it is like you need to fucking pay attention to this show.
You might actually be able to talk to Ashley about a show that you've been pumping up, Shrinking.
That may be. That's probably one of the best shows. When we think about like dramedy, that's probably my number one.
Okay. Yeah,
I put that above Ted Lasso.
Watch it.
Ted Lasso is fantastic. I think I put Shrinking above it. And it's only 2 seasons, so if you're behind, Ted Lasso is only 3 seasons.
I need to spend some time watching Ted Lasso because I did like the first episode, but I haven't.
The thing about Ted Lasso is that you may, after an episode, you may be like, I'm going to put the next episode on hold because I'm going to go and like volunteer somewhere. I just feel like doing that. I'm going to make the world a better place. Shrinking, you don't get that feeling so much, but you do get. It is more concentrated. That there are less characters because it's not like a soccer team. There are less characters, so you spend a little more time with them, and you dive deeper into their characters, and then the actors that they got for these roles, especially Harrison Ford, fucking Han Solo himself, they absolutely kill it. My favorite character in that show is Gabby, the girl psychologist. I don't even know what the fuck they are. The girl Shrink.
I haven't watched it, so I don't know yet. But
she's very comical and she has her thing.
Well, cool. Well, I'm gonna see what she thinks of it, and maybe I might actually.
You should probably wait until you guys get back.
Oh, really? Okay.
It's one of those things. Like, hold on, I gotta binge this shit because it's.
Okay, then I might warn her then.
It has a way of like roller coastering where you're like, oh, this is funny, and then it kind of breaks your heart at the end. Like, oh man, what happens next? Keep it going. We're not going to sleep tonight.
All right. Well, hey, if you're interested, we'd love to hear about what you're watching, especially if you're traveling.
We didn't finish that, dude.
Huh?
We didn't hit up YouTube.
Yeah, what are you watching on YouTube?
Outside of workout videos, outside of Chicago Bears new schedule videos, they released a Superman trailer. Oh, hell yeah! We have Superman coming out in July. They released the first official trailer. They released like unofficial trailers before. They're just teasers. But that movie has
just released it 14 hours ago.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
So you get to see what's going on there in the new DC cinematic universe.
All right,
very bright.
There
are a lot of superheroes in this world, this universe. So you get a little Last of Us because Dina's in there too. The actress of Dina. That actress is fucking killing it, dude. Or at least her agent's killing it because she's gonna be in a lot of shit.
By the way, well, I guess if you know the video game, you already knew what was coming anyway. But good call, like her. Spoiler alert: if you're not caught up on The Last of Us, good call on the pregnancy thing.
Yep, Dora the Explorer is having a baby. I did find out another explorer. Dora the Explorer. Found out another spoiler. I won't say it. I found out by accident because I like watching a lot of YouTube.
Okay.
That kind of go deeper into it. They like, in case you missed this, here it is, or here's how it happened on the show. Here's what happens in the video game, and then they say something happens to this person. I'm like, damn it! Because one of the things I had it on, and then I went to go to the bathroom or do something. So I was in the background, and they went into deeper into spoilers. It happens in the video game, and I said, "Oh fuck!" I didn't realize it got to that part because I was going to turn off the video when I got to the spoiler part about going further in. So I know something that happens to someone. I just won't say what it is.
Yeah, keep that to yourself.
It's not going to be. It's not going to be what happened, like the Joel spoiler. Nothing's going to be that. It's not that big.
That was nuts, dude.
There's nothing. Yeah.
Ashley was so pissed. She loves Joel.
Unless they just kill Little Bear, kill Ellie, which I don't think is gonna happen. Well, I don't know. I don't think it's gonna happen. I said the spoiler.
Man, I gotta say, and let me know if you agree with this. Joel dying was kind of like in Game of Thrones when Ned Stark gets beheaded. Crazy.
Well, one of the shows I watched that talked about it said no, that the second season or the second video game, it doesn't start until Joel dies.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Even I don't know anything else about the video games other than that spoiler that I accidentally heard about. That's not. It's kind of like, yeah, I can see that happening. It's not the Joel level. Nothing's going to be that big.
Well, I think the challenge is going to be for the next 2 episodes is not watching it, not getting caught up in any spoilers until we get home to watch both of them. So that could be interesting.
Yeah.
But, we will be in Costa Rica and
it's only one
on the
episode,
move, so
we'll be behind.
We'll be pretty busy, so I feel like hopefully it won't be too hard. But yeah, I love The Last of Us. That's my favorite show right now. That's it. So Shrinking, Ted Lasso, and Andor, we're gonna wait till we get back to start that stuff. Because
have you seen Rogue One?
I don't think I have. I think I started it, and I don't know why. I just
came out in 2016. I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I think I tried to watch it, and I don't know if I just didn't get into it, or I don't know. But anyway, yeah, lots out there. Gonna check out the Superman trailer probably tomorrow at some point. I haven't been watching that much on YouTube, honestly. I'll watch, what is that channel called? No, I can't think of it. It's a news channel. It's like independent news.
The Turks?
No, but I think a couple of them moved over. It's Sagar and... Oh, crap. Now I'm blanking, and I usually... Sometimes I'll just play the full episode on Spotify, but usually I'll just queue up a few clips on YouTube. And what the hell is it called?
I listen to every morning when I'm at work. I listen to the Morning Brew podcast, which is about 25-30 minutes. Non-political. They just give you the shit, give you the data, give you the news.
Yeah, I'm gonna look that up.
And I think they feel like they're younger millennials that give the news. You don't really feel them swaying politically. It's like, hey, here's what it is. We're just like probably former frat dudes, frat boys.
Okay. Just speaking pretty candid.
I feel like there's a little bit of generation gap between me and them because they're probably, I'm going to say, young, early 30s.
Okay.
Maybe late 20s. But they just give the news, and then I go into CNBC News just to figure out what's going on with business.
Yeah, when I'm watching news networks, I have to skip back and forth between all of them because they're all slanted. So I have to hear all the different shit from all the different corners so that I can formulate my own opinion. Breaking Points is the YouTube channel I was talking about.
Okay. Well, I think the CNBC. I've been listening to CNBC watching CNBC since 20-some years. But it's kind of, they just give you like the business news. But sometimes they break and they go, this is just fucking stupid. What's going on?
They all do it.
What the hell is this shit?
CNBC, MSNBC, Fox Business. They all do it.
I feel like CNBC has been so like just, hey, we're reporting the numbers, and then lately they're just like, and I kind of agree. Like they're going through the tariff stuff. They're like, this makes no sense at all. They're like, hold on, you're not supposed to break character here.
Yeah, just give me facts.
It's kind of a sign of the times, though.
Yeah,
like, well,
it really is. But I think that's kind of what I like about Breaking Points. Everybody's gonna have their own slant, but their two primary people, one's definitely more conservative, and the other one's more liberal.
I thought that's what the Young Turks were.
I think a couple of the people from the Young Turks went over to Breaking Points because I think it started to get a little too heavy in one direction. But I like it because the liberal girl, she will absolutely like have opinions that are more conservative, and the conservative guy will have opinions that are, depending on the issues, right, that are more
middle
or liberal. They don't just go, oh, well, I'm a liberal, so I believe this, or I'm conservative, so I believe this. Like, the liberal guys, or the conservative guy, will be like, I agree. I understand why Trump did this, but this was dumb. Like, I don't know why he did it. It doesn't make any sense. He's like, but this thing he did over here makes perfect sense. So I respect that.
I think it's kind of fun that I've been watching CNBC for so long, even though I don't invest. Even though I should have invested a long time ago, because I've watched the people that have been on CNBC and where their careers have gone, like Maria Bartiromo, and then Aaron something. She was really hot back when we were in our 20s.
Oh.
Maria Bartiromo went to Fox News, and Aaron, whatever her last name is, she went to CNN, and so they're like very different sides of things. And then there's Jim Cramer and Larry Kudlow. And Larry Kudlow were super right, and Cramer was a little left. Just kind of watch where they go, and then kind of see what they say. And I think Maria Bartiromo was kind of been started looking at what's going on. Even though she's on the right, she's like, I don't know about this. But then I think she tried to stay right because it's her career. Yeah. You can't blame her for saying, hey, I got to stay with this Trump thing because got to pay the bills, honey.
Yeah, that's what makes the world go round. That money. Anyway, hey, let us know what you think about what we're watching, and let us know what you're watching. Then I like the way Alex is categorizing things: movies, series,
TV shows, YouTube,
TV shows. And then YouTube. What do you watch on YouTube?
YouTube is fun because then we go into like Man Cave Masters and
I like it.
Going on with the Bears and Ohio State and
let me know. Yeah,
I trailer came out as Superman or Final Destination or whatever.
And you can even break it down if you want to break down even further. YouTube videos versus YouTube Shorts. I don't really have TikTok, but I'm sure I can look it up.
TikTok.
You send me a link.
I resist TikTok.
Or Instagram or.
By the way, I did apply for a job at TikTok. So if you guys are hiring, you want to pay me some money, I know you're kind of all the way in Culver City.
All right, I think we're gonna call it there so Alex can get ready for work and I can finish packing and head to the airport here soon.
It's past my bedtime and I haven't showered yet.
Yes, it is. So let's get into the closing thoughts. Lead us off, Alex.
I don't think I had any.
I think you burped it into the mic. So
yeah, but like you know what? If you're into collecting, you know what? Not even if you're into collecting, it's gonna be like a very like cheesy ending. I went to Five Below and I found some good shit. Here's Stan. Stan's probably my favorite. You find the coolest stuff in the weirdest places. I'll just say that.
I like it. Yeah, my final thought is this. Take the opportunities when they come. We have a few friends. Look, everybody's busy and has things to do and things to get back to sometimes, but we are getting married in Costa Rica, and there are a few people that are staying a little longer on the front or the back ends because they're going to Costa Rica. They may never go back, so they're going to take the time to enjoy themselves, have themselves an experience beyond just our wedding, which, by the way, we are grateful for everybody that is coming. And we're going to miss everybody that couldn't make it. Life happens, so we completely understand. It's a pretty large investment. We still love you. We're going to miss you. We hope you we hope you enjoy what we share when we post it up there for all our friends and family to see. But yeah, when you go places, try and find at least a little bit of time to have an experience beyond just the work or the wedding or the graduation. Have an experience, folks. That's what you can take with you no matter where you go. Anyway, we're going to call it there. Don't forget to leave us a comment and let us know how we're doing or share any new ideas with us. We'd love it if you'd hit that thumbs up and like the episode. And we'd love it even more if you would subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you know when we are back. One last announcement. I think I already mentioned, we are taking next week off because we will be in Costa Rica. But when we get back, we're going to share with you a little bit about what we did and enjoyed in paradise. I think I just lost Alex.
I think you can still hear me, though.
Oh, I can still hear you.
Yeah, well.
But, we're...
Hit.
What's that?
I hit the chord I'm not supposed to hit.
oh, well, I guess we're just going to call it there. And unfortunately, you're not going to see Alex throw anything at the screen today. Oh, there he is.
Boom.
We're going to get ready here.
Technology.
All right, let's cue up the going out music and head on out of here. Guys, thanks for joining us. We'll see you in 2 weeks with some stories from paradise. Adios. We out of here.